Hi there. Welcome to David Wan's Statistics Tutoring. I'm your statistics tutor, David Wan, and in this short video, I'm going to explain to you how my tutoring program, either my two 1-hour sessions per week over 12 weeks, that's 24 hours to complement your stats course, or a more condensed 12-hour tutoring program, which you can take a bit longer throughout your course, on how to pass statistics, but also in this particular video, how you can use the chi-squared curve. So if you take my tutoring program, I'm going to teach you when to choose the chi-squared curve, because remember, there's 4 curves in your course, and a big challenge is figuring out which of the 4 curves, Z, T, chi-squared, or F, that you have to use to solve your statistics problem, because often your professor won't tell you which curve to use. And then once you figure that out, based on my formula sheet that you're going to get from me, then you have to figure out which formula, because there's 3 formulas that fall under the chi-square curve that is mostly used in your course. Which of those 3 to use depends on the problem you're given. And I'll do that in such a way that you don't have to memorize anything. You won't get confused. All you have to do is follow my specially designed formula sheet that'll help you work through that. And I'm also going to help you develop and decide, first of all, develop your alternate hypothesis, your null hypothesis, and then figure out how to decide to reject or not reject the null hypothesis based on the data that you're given in the problem. And that includes helping you figure out how to calculate the chi-squared using the formula that we've already figured out that you have to use based on the data that you're given in the question. And also, finally, after doing all of that, you have to remember you may have a real world question being asked on your test, right? For example, based on chi-square, what percentage of the cars in your car company should you paint white? Based on a survey where you ask consumers what color preference do they have for their car when they buy a car. You can't just randomly paint cars red, blue, black, and green. You can do a survey, and then using the chi-square curve, you can figure out with pretty good confidence, 95% confidence, of what percent of car buyers will prefer a particular color for their car. And once you know that, you can paint 20% of the cars white, 20% of the cars blue, based on that survey and using the chi-squared curve and your formulas, right? So if that helps, feel free to contact me to sign up. Well, we have to talk about it first, but feel free to contact me at that email address, or you can reach me on WhatsApp at that number, and I'd be happy to describe to you more about my 2 tutoring programs and more specifically how they can help you pass your statistics course. Thanks for listening. Good luck, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.